Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of May 9th through 15th of 2022. So, your cards are slowly coming out here. We'll just see what it is they're going to say to you for this week. And so I just want to remind you that since this is a general angel reading, that means it's a group reading, right? So if there's any part of this that just doesn't feel like it fits, you're sitting there going, no, she's way off base for me this time. That's totally fine. See if there, usually that wouldn't be the whole reading. It might be some part of it, one card or something like that, that would be not for you. So, just take what resonates, leave the rest. It's just for somebody else. No big deal. Okay, so finally got that third card from the first deck. And now we're working on the second deck. We'll see what your messages are. And we just need one more card. There it is. Okay. All right. Well, this looks really good. Wow, this looks really good. Okay. So, first of all, okay, they look like they're kind of in the wrong order, but it's okay. We're going to go with it how they are. Your desire is within reach. So, what is it that you've been wanting? Something you've been thinking about that you want, like whether it's a material thing, or whether it's emotional fulfillment, or whether it's a new person in your life, or a new car, or, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you've been wanting, it's definitely within reach. So, if you're sitting there going, oh man, I've been wanting this forever and asking this forever, it's just a little bit more, just a little bit more. You're almost there. It's almost to you, however you want to feel that. So you let yourself just feel really good about that and act as though you already have it. And then it has to come to you. I mean, that it's the law of attraction. It is it's always working. It's just like gravity. You can't turn it off ever. Nobody can turn it off. So whatever it is you're vibrating at, however you're feeling about that, whatever you're focusing upon, that is what you are attracting. And so that leads in, I guess, to this next card, which is ask for what you want. And there's two forms of everything. There's the thing, and then there's the lack of the thing. So make sure that you're just feeling good about what this is that you want, right? Instead of feeling like, oh, I don't have that yet, but I've been asking for that. How come I don't have that yet? That's the lack of it, right? Or if you're sitting there going, oh man, that feels so good to have that. I just feel amazing right now. Just focus on that feeling. You don't even have to actually be thinking about the thing. You just have to think about how good you feel in general. And really, really acknowledge how good you feel. Like, we all have things that we don't feel good about, whether we're tired one day, or our hip hurts, or, something like that, or, something didn't go according to plan or whatever. We tend to get caught up in those details. And so the reminder here is to try and, instead of noticing what is reality, really focus upon what it is you're asking for and all the good feelings that come along with that. And focus on that. Ask for that. Be specific. Ask for that. So, who are you asking? Right? Ask yourself for that. Give yourself permission to have it. Right? Asking your guardian angels, asking the archangels, asking the universe, or God, or source, or the collective consciousness, or asking the people around you who, are maybe have what it takes to get that for you, to bring it to you, or whatever. Just ask, So I'm just getting this vibe of somebody going, yeah, but that makes me needy. Nope. Nope, it doesn't. Just ask. Okay, that's what they want to say about that. And then the third card in that same deck, which is one of the fairy decks, your wish is granted. so so your desire is within reach. You have to just ask for it, and then it's granted. Right? Like it just looks and sounds so easy. Why not let it be easy like that? It sure can be. There's nothing to stop you. I mean, ask and you shall receive. Your wish is granted. The easier you feel about it, the smoother the transition is to you, toward you. So if you're, again, now we're back in that, if you're feeling stressed over it, or you're getting a little obsessive over it, energetically, you're pushing it away then, and it can't get to you. But if you really, really just feel how good it feels to know that is right there and it's granted for you, then it's way easier to receive it. Okay, all right. So the next deck, usually, I read up and down, up and down, up and down. This time I'm reading all across the top and then all across the bottom. It's the way they directed me to go. So let's just see. Pele is a goddess, and Pele represents divine passion. So what is it that you really feel passionate about? Something that, like, that's your soul's purpose. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? What is it that you just love so much that other things pale beside it? That you have to do it. I mean, it's like you can't say no to it. That's what you need to acknowledge within yourself. It's like you've been kind of not noticing, like for fear that you can't have it or something like that, for fear that you won't get it or that you won't be able to do it, and so you're trying to deny that it exists, that it's important like that to you. But what is it that feeds your soul? It is important to acknowledge it and to understand that it's you, that it's a huge, deep part of you. And so then once you acknowledge it, then you can really go after it. You can really ask for it, and you can have it granted. Right? Yeah, your divine passion. It's amazing. It feels so subdued, like usually we think of a divine passion as something that's big and bold and really energetic and really, that you're just, wow, you can't help but be doing that. Yours doesn't feel that way. Yours feels like this, like you stepping back from it, like you removing yourself from it. And I think it's an effort to not be hurt if it doesn't come. The thing is that you have to have faith in that so that it can actually get to you. If you're kind of like on the gas and on the brakes and on the gas and on the brakes, you're not going to get very far, right? It's going to take forever, and it's wishy-washy, and you have to commit to something. You have to acknowledge how much it means to you, commit to it, and decide that you're just going to go for it. Okay, all right. And this is you blossoming. When you decide to make a commitment to something, when you decide to, do things and go for it and fully feel yourself, that's when you blossom as an individual. And that's when everything comes to you. That's when it's like a magic life. Like, it feels like up till now it hasn't been a magic life for you. Some parts of it have been, and you've enjoyed lots and lots of it. But it feels like lately that's not been happening. And so it's because you've kind of gotten gun shy. You are not willing at the moment to be vulnerable or to feel vulnerable. And you almost have to in order to acknowledge how important it is to you, this divine passion. So as soon as you can acknowledge that and allow yourself to actually be vulnerable, then you really can blossom. And that's when you'll feel the excitement of that, right? You have to commit to it so that it can get to you instead of the other way around. Now, you are luckier than you know. Actually, you might know, but you have this beautiful, amazing, undying love in your life. There is somebody who you absolutely love, who absolutely also loves you. And so some of you are sitting there going, nah, I don't know who that might be. That love exists for you. Do not give up. If you have not found your person yet, don't give up, because that exists for you. Some of you are sitting there going, yeah, I know who you're talking about, right? And if all you do, if you ignore the whole rest of this reading, and all you do is focus on this love, then everything else will come to you. Love is what makes the world go round. And that is the most basic truth that you will ever hear. Nothing else matters as much as that. So as soon as you can just feel the love and give the love, then everything else will fall into place. Because anything else that's less important will just kind of not be there for you to focus upon, right? When all you're focusing on is the love, then everything that is good in your world can get to you. Okay. All right. So here we have the daily guidance cards and one last bit of wisdom from your angels. They're saying, let your past go. So, okay. So this, that feeling of not wanting to commit to your divine passion in case you're disappointed, and because it makes you have to be vulnerable, those are trauma responses from your past. And it's time to let go of those. It's time to let go of those. You don't need them. They're heavy. Try and just let that fall away. Cut cords with it, deliberately say, I'm done with you. Get your angels to help get rid of all that from you. Get some energy clearing work done. All that kind of stuff, whatever it takes to make it so that you can let go of all that old stuff. Okay. All right. What a reading. Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much. And I love you. And I'll see you next time.